And a very good evening to you. You're listening to the Modern Mystic Radio Show on A1R Psychic Radio, the world's #1 psychic radio network. And a very Merry Christmas to you. I do hope you've had a wonderful time. I do hope you've got lots of presents. And I do hope you're still enjoying this festive season. I will be taking 2 calls, so if you want to dial through, you know the numbers, you can get through to me, and these readings are absolutely free. I'll just remind you a little bit about how I work. So my name is Saira, I'm your host, and I've been working as a psychic professionally for over 27 years. I work on UK TV and I have my own private practice here in the UK. I work in a variety of different ways. Firstly, you know, I am a natural psychic. I have my psychic ability, my clairvoyant ability from a very early age, from around 7. Many experiences after that. And then when I was 17, I sort of entered the world of professional sort of psychism. And then I've developed from there. So I work with not only my psychic ability, my natural psychic ability, I work with my spirit guides as well, but I work with different tools. I have a couple with me today. I have quite a few actually dotted around. So this was the first ever pack that was given to me by the first ever reading that I'd ever had. And went on to be my teacher. She taught me how to read, which was very simplistic, I have to say. I also have my tarot with me. I have got a new deck, and this is called the Akashic Tarot. Now, one of the other things that I do are Akashic record readings, so I can look into your past lives and your soul purpose and your soul pathway, and of course those soulmates, because I'm also known here in the UK as the soulmate psychic. So I can have a look at all those love issues, have a look at all those twin flame issues and those soulmate issues as well. Also have a look to see, you know, what kind of soulmate's coming through for you as well. Okay, so now I've introduced myself, just going to let you know how you can get hold of me. The easiest way is to get through on my website, which is www.modern-mystic.co.uk. You can also get hold of me through Facebook under Mystic Saira and also Modern Mystic. Those are the main ways that you can get hold of me for a private reading. Okay, right, so I want to talk a little bit about the energy that we've been going through over this month, the month of December, which has been intense, both from my own experience, my own personal experience, and also with the readings that I've been giving as well. So it's been felt literally mainstream through everybody. So we've been going through a very intense time of like karmic clearing, letting go, and also we've had some very, very big twin flame separations as well. I did a reading for somebody just yesterday, and that was quite intense actually. That was a twin flame separation, so we had a look at that. So everyone's going through all these different issues at the moment, and the good thing is that has kind of passed. So if you like, the damage has been done, and now we're into kind of recovery stage. And as we're going through this and nearing the end of the year, our thoughts are going to more, what we can create for the future. So now we've cleared that karmic pathway, we are now ready to step forward without any blockages, without any barriers, into a whole different energy. And one of the ways that we can encourage that kind of energy is through actively manifesting. Now, you may have heard me talk about this before. There are different ways of doing it. This is something I've looked at and looked into and studied and practiced for some time now, for a good, probably about 10-15 years. I've been working with different things. So what I'm going to do really is share with you some of the ways in which I found actively manifesting to work. It's one thing being able to read a book, and it may be very good, but if you can't put it into practice, then it's not going to be much use to you. So one of the ways that I like to manifest, or have done, is through cosmic ordering. And that really is writing down in your intention in positive language, saying that you want great ways of abundance to grace your life each and every day, something like that. And you kind of give it a time frame, etc. So that's one aspect that I've used. I found it to be very, very effective. Another way of manifesting is obviously using the moon energy to kind of amplify your intentions. That's one way that I tend to work. But we don't really have that coming up. I think it's, we've got to go a few days into January before we get the next moon. So what can we do sort of New Year's Eve? And what can we do sort of stepping into New Year's Day? Well, I'm going to share with you one of my meditations that I use. And we're not going to do the meditation today. I'm going to talk you through it. So grab a pen and paper, or you can just save the video or go back to it. But we're going to start with that. It is my favourite meditation. I used to do this twice a day. It is the most effective meditation that I have come across. So I'm going to share that with you right now. So the first step comes in 7 steps. First step is to literally visualize white light coming in through your crown, going through your chakra system, through your body, and spilling out into the aura. And you spend couple of minutes focusing, visualizing on that, and you say to yourself in your mind, I am connected to the universe. The second step is to visualize a ball of pink light in your heart chakra, and with each breath you expand it outwards so it fills your body, then your aura, and spills outwards, fills the room, the building, the local area, the country, the world, and out into the universe as far as you can imagine. And then you say to yourself, I am radiating love. The third step is where you think of 10 things that you are grateful for, right here, right now. So it doesn't have to be grand. It could just be the fact that you're warm, you've got clothes, you had a nice meal, you're grateful for your family, you're grateful for this person, that person. So just think of 10 things that you can express some sort of gratitude for. And the next step is forgiveness. So you think of somebody that you need to forgive. You could have a whole range of people, you could have a whole queue in front of you, but concentrate on that one main person. And you just visualize them in front of you, and you extend your forgiveness, and in turn they forgive you, setting you both free. The next step is to visualize your ideal life in 3 years' time. What does it look like? How did you get there? What is different? Make it as beautiful as you can. Then we're going to bring our awareness back with the following step, which is to visualize your next day ahead. So if you're doing this meditation in the morning, you just visualize the rest of your day. If it's at night, you visualize the following day. So paint it again as beautiful as you can. And the final step is to once again visualize that white light streaming down into your crown chakra and spilling out through your body and out into your aura. And you say to yourself, I'm open to receive the blessings of the universe. And that's it. And the meditation shouldn't take you really longer than 5 or 10 minutes. I used to do this twice a day, and I still do it, particularly when I feel like things are beginning to sort of slow down for me. And normally by the time I finish the meditation, things are already speeding up, things are already changing. So enjoy that. Let me know how you get on. Now I'm going to go straight to my first caller. This is Mary from Newport Richey, Florida. Hi Mary, you there?
Yes, hi.
Hi, how are you? Thank you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
What would you like me to look? What would you like me to look at for you today?
Love and my just financial, I guess.
Okay, so was that love and financial? Did you say?
Yes.
Okay. Right, let me just have a look for you. I'm going to give the cards a bit of a shuffle and see what I get coming in for you. Okay. Okay, so the first thing that I want to say here is right at the moment where you are, how can I put it? It's almost like you are so unclear on what to do for the best, and I feel like this is relating to. It seems to be relating to both these areas. It's almost like at a loss. Should I do this? Should I do that? And I feel like, in many respects, it's been forcing you to kind of stand still, because I feel like no action can be properly made at this particular point in time. What I do feel here, I've dealt out some cards for you, is I want to be drawn straight into January for you. It seems as though, I want to say over the past year, particularly when I'm looking at the financial side here, it seems as though there's been just a hell of a lot of hard work. I feel like you're exhausted from trying to keep the walls from the door, if that makes sense. Can you relate to that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does make sense.
Yeah. So, but what I'm seeing here is from January, and I want to say from January to March, because I'm drawn towards March as well for you, there is a feeling of things starting to speed up and move for you. And what I'm also seeing here is almost like it's like a closure, or something is being resolved here for you when I'm looking at the financial aspect. I want to go into March with that, okay? But I get movement, I get change, I get news coming in as I step into January for you. So I want to say the first 3 months of next year are actually looking quite progressive, we've got some change coming through. It's not immediate change, but it's getting there, and I feel like finally you can actually start to see the pathway that's been created, if you like, for you, because I feel like you've done a lot of work, in terms of you put a lot of effort into trying to fix your situation, and I feel that even though you are exhausted from that, I feel like I've got those intentions, being heard, being listened to, and also being delivered here. What you're also being told here by my guides is it's almost like, don't give up at the final stage. It's very clear here. You're on that final part of that journey where it's how can I put it? There is no more disaster. There is no more problems to kind of overcome or being added to. What I do feel here with the love area, I want to pull myself into that as well. See, I keep on being told here that there are decisions to be made around love here with you. I get a lot of soul searching with this. Now, is there somebody in your life, or has there been, if we're talking, is there somebody you're wondering about, maybe an ex, or I just feel like I've got a question about somebody that you already know?
Yes, I've been dating a guy for about 3 months now. I was just wondering where it's going.
Okay. Again, I feel as though, let me just have a look at that, because I get a shift and I get a change coming in around that relationship. I want to go to February with that. And I feel, what I'm being shown with this is, there is, as far as how he feels about you, how they feel about you, I feel very much you're very, the emotions are very strong there for you, even though they might not necessarily be expressed completely. What I feel with this person is I feel like they keep their cards very close to their chest, and they don't give an awful lot away. I don't feel like your relationship is going to be standing still for much longer. Like I said, I'm being pushed forward into February here with you, where I actually feel there is a lot more of an expression of love, a lot more of forward thinking and planning. So it's kind of going from dating or seeing each other into far more of a relationship status and feel. Everything is pointing at the moment to February. I do feel as though you might need to be a little, it's almost like you don't need to do anything in this situation. I feel like the relationship will blossom as and when you need that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's that's what I'm wondering. I mean, I don't know if he feels the same way about me as I do about him.
I'm not really feeling an imbalance there. I just feel like there has been a lack of communication and expression to really confirm that, in your mind. But I'm seeing that actually coming here. So I don't feel that you like him more than he likes you. I actually feel like it's relatively balanced. He just hasn't expressed it. But when he does, you'll feel a lot more secure and stable within that relationship. But I'm being pointed to February for that.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
Yeah, that's been on my mind quite a bit here lately, for sure.
Sorry, can you say that again?
I'm just wondering if I should just keep moving forward, just hang in there, or what? Because I'm not. I'm just ready to find my soulmate.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure. He's not necessarily coming up as a massive soul connection just yet here. I feel like you've got to kind of allow this relationship to play out, because I do feel like it has got a lot of promise here. I feel here that as you step more into 2018 and things start to change for you, I feel that soulmate energy is going to become more and more stronger in your life. Is that okay? I need to move on to the next call. So are you happy with that?
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. You take care. Okay, so I'm going to welcome Annie from Birmingham in England. Hi, Annie.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Really surprised to be speaking to you, but that's fantastic.
Well, I'm absolutely delighted to hear an English voice. Okay, so what would you like me to look at for you?
My personal life with a bit of work life as well, if that's possible.
Sorry, can you say that again?
Yeah, sure. My personal life and possibly a bit of my work life.
Yeah, okay, let's have a quick look for you. I'm just going to give the cards a bit of a shuffle and see what we have coming in. So the first aspect is actually talking more about your work life. Okay, so this feels as though what I'm seeing here is new energy coming in for you. And this feels like it's quite early on as I look at, next year. So I feel it's almost like there is a need to be within a role that you feel much more valued in. Does that make sense to you?
Right, okay.
Yeah, and
yes.
What I'm being shown, what I'm being shown here is an opportunity that is, it's almost like it's coming around you. Okay, so I feel, so January, February time, I feel like it's hit your life. Okay, what I'm being shown here is that it allows you to really move forward when we're looking at the career and looking at where you want to go. What I'm being shown with this is. It's like I feel like it's a brand new opportunity. So it may be outside of where you are at the moment. But what I'm being shown here is it's like a golden opportunity. This is a really good position that I kind of feel here. It feels like it's almost like tailor-made for you in terms of your experience and everything. And I feel like I've got you just like, I don't know, it's like I've got you bagging it. And the energy around that is, you know, oh my goodness, I can't believe I've got this role. It feels as though it's almost like destined for you. There's the element of destiny around it. I just want to kind of look at the relationship, the personal aspect here of you, personal life.
Thank you.
So romance. Because I feel here, again, I feel like I'm being drawn towards, it's like a very big soul connection. Okay. Has that person entered your life yet?
No, he hasn't.
No. I want to say here, I want to say by spring, I've got that relationship around you, but it's very intuitive. You know, the connection that you have with this person is incredible. You know, I feel like I've got, you know, it's not just a soulmate energy, but more of a twin flame energy. And I feel with this, it's almost like perfect complement, perfect balance, very different in your nature and perhaps what you do, but very complementary in that aspect as well. And there seems to be like a travel energy with them as well. Travel or overseas connections is what I get with them. There seems to also be it's like I feel like you've been very unlucky when it comes to love.
Yeah.
And I feel that you're a bit tired of that journey, you know, and I
Absolutely.
feel that how can I put it? It's almost like the end of that heartache, because, you know, when you go into a relationship, you are 100%. You've always been 100%. And the same with work and everything else that you put yourself into. And so you show the universe your commitment always. And it seems as though when we're looking at relationships, that commitment just isn't there in return. And, you know, I feel that, you know, what I've got here is somebody that has that kind of emotional maturity that you're looking for. Okay. And somebody that also understands what it's like to be unlucky in love and not be able to find the right match. This is quite a humble person, somebody that I feel has great depth and insight, I'm being told as well. So somebody that I think you are going to find fascinating as well. So what I'm being shown here is, you know, you can close the door on all of those past encounters and relationships, because the next one that's coming in is going to be the right one. I feel like you've already decided you're not going to waste your time anyway with people that you don't get that strong vibe with, but this one you will get that strong vibe with. I keep on getting the initial G with them as well, so I want to give you that. I feel, like I said, in many, you will know this person. When you connect with this person, you will know absolutely that's the right one for you. So hang in there. I feel like you're turning that corner. Okay, so I'm going to have to leave it there because that's the end of my show. But thank you so much, Annie, for coming through.
No, thank you. That was wonderful.
Oh, thank you. You take care. And off she goes. So that is the end of my show. I just want to remind you that you can get a hold of me through my website, which is www.modern-mystic.co.uk, and through Facebook under Mystic Saira and Modern Mystic. Like I said, I do a free live psychic session once a week. I just did mine tonight, so it will be next week now. And, you know, if you want to get hold of me privately, you can. I do private readings via Skype. as well as telephone and face-to-face here in the UK. Okay, so I wish you all a wonderful new year. I'll be seeing you same time next week. Love and light to you all. See you soon.